Good morning. I'm Mila, and you're watching Discovering the Last Frontier.
Good morning. On this episode of Discovering the Last Frontier, we're going to teach you the 5 most effective ways to feed our local birds, in particular our Steller's jays. Joining me today, I've got Mila. So Mila's been here for almost a week now, and she actually took over the bird feeding chores from me earlier this week. Like, you've been getting up and feeding the birds every morning and every evening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's become quite the pro at feeding birds. So today, she's going to demonstrate to you the 5 most effective ways to feed the Steller's jays here at Bear Cove Retreat. So, you've been learning about Steller's jays this week as well.
Yes.
What's one fact you can share with our viewers about the Steller's jays?
Well, they were named after George Steller, a German explorer. He discovered the birds in 1741.
Awesome. So we're going to walk you through from the easiest to the most difficult way to feed these birds. Mila's going to demonstrate. She's a little bit nervous about method number 5, but I think we're going to get her done today. We're going to at least try as hard as we can. So join us today as we teach you how to feed the Steller's jays. Okay, Mila, we're going to show our viewers the first and most effective way of feeding the Steller's jays, and that's with our bird feeder. So what do you have for them for food in the feeder?
I have here some black oil seeds and some popcorn seeds.
Nice. So why don't you show the viewers how we load them up and get the Steller's jays in.
We had black oil seeds first,
Okay.
and for a little sweet treat, we had the popcorn seeds.
Awesome. When the hopper clogs up, they'll unclog it to get at the popcorn seeds because they love those. And Mila, would you say this is the most effective way to feed the Steller's jays?
Easiest and most effective.
Easiest, yeah. So coming up, we're going to have some much more difficult ways to feed the Steller's jays. I'd highly recommend you go through all the proper training and get all the proper certifications before attempting the ways that are coming up. Mila, how did your training go the last week?
It went good.
Do you feel prepared for the next 4 ways to feed them?
Yes, I do feel prepared.
Okay, very good. And so the key for getting these Steller's jays to feed in unique ways is to figure out what they really like to eat. And you only give them a little bit of those. And the stuff they don't enjoy eating as much, basically you feed them that stuff in bulk. So that's kind of what you're feeding them every day. And then when you want to do tricks and feed them in special ways, you figure out what they like the most and you use those. So today we're going to use the popcorn, the almonds, and the pistachios to see if we can get them eat in unusual ways. We're not going to use the black oil seeds because that's kind of their bulk food that they eat day in and day out. And as we go, we've got a beautiful bald eagle flying by. And we also have a black bear in the background. He's kind of foraging in that grass over on the rock. Mila, does he have a name?
Barry.
Barry the bear. Thanks for joining us today, Barry. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Discovering the Last Frontier. You can do that when you get back home. Thanks, Barry. Okay, the second most effective way to feed the birds is to feed them by hand. So Mila, why do you like feeding them by hand the most?
I like to see them up close. That's why I like to feed them by hand.
Oh my goodness. I think you've got 5 friends here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the beginning of the week, it was funny because they wouldn't even eat from your hand, and now you've got 5 of them coming in eating right from your hand.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Come on. Got some seeds right here.
Okay, Mila, the third most effective way to feed the Steller's jays. Feeding them off your arms. Let's see if he'll come back for the second one.
Ooh.
I think he's trying to scare you to make you drop it. It's one of their tricks. Come on, buddy. You can do it.
Just jump up there.
You can do it, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, that's the third most effective way. I'd say that was like intermediate difficulty. It's kind of hard to balance them on your arm.
We had to use almonds because it was hard to balance the other kinds.
The popcorn seeds just wouldn't balance on there, so we went with almonds, but they love almonds, so it worked. Next, we're gonna go to the fourth most effective way. Mila actually had to get a prop to do this one. She's gonna feed it off of her head. Oh boy. So we gotta figure out which seed to use for feeding it off the top of your head.
I think we should use these pistachios because we haven't used them yet.
And they love those.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, the fourth most effective way to feed the Steller's jays off of your head. I'd put it right in the center of your hat. Right in the center. You got it. Let's see if it comes in. I would say this one, I would call it difficult. This is difficult method. You have to stay still. You can't let the jay knock it off. You got it!
Yeah, one
awesome.
more.
Okay, one more. Let's try one more time. I can't believe you pushed that hat down right over your face. Before we try to feed off of your head, again, and remember, this is the most difficult way we've shown so far. This is the fourth hardest way. Fifth hardest is still coming up. But before we get to that, what is another name for the Steller's jay?
Another name for the Steller's jay is called the camp robbers. They're called the camp robbers because when people have picnics or they're eating outside, they come in and snatch the food that they're eating and they fly away.
Fly away. Camp robbers. Okay, we got our jay. He's up there. He's ready. Be still. We have 5 of them circling us right now. Did he grab it out of your hand?
Yeah.
See, he's jumping on Mila right now, trying to make her wiggle so it falls off her hat. But she ain't letting it happen. She's holding that still. She's making him work for it. Again, very high degree of difficulty. Only an expert like Mila, who's been feeding them all week, can pull this one off. Got a contender. Yeah, buddy. All right. Good job, good job. We got her. Okay, Mila, you've accomplished 4 of the 5 most effective ways of feeding the Steller's jays. Number 1, through the bird feeder. Number 2, by hand. Number 3, off your arms. Number 4, and frankly, a very difficult way, as we learned, was off of your head. That was with a hat on. Now we're going next level. No hat, off the forehead. How do you feel?
I feel nervous.
You feel nervous?
I feel nervous and excited because I feel excited because then I just accomplished the ways that I thought of feeding them, and then I'm nervous because I don't want to get poked in the eye.
Okay, so I'm gonna let him know. Hey, Steller's jays, no poking in the eye, all right? No poking in the eye. Okay, I'm gonna get the almonds.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Close your eyes. Be really still. Okay, we've got both almonds on her forehead. Look at the concentration, everyone. Mila's holding it together well. Oh boy, it's coming in close. It's ready. It wants to do it. It's right next to her. Oh boy, we got a bird on another camera. Oh, yeah!
Knocked it out.
It knocked the camera over. Okay, Mila, you survived. Oh!
That was weird.
That was weird. It
But
was funny how they
it was
were
fun.
standing next to you and they
Yeah.
were like super nervous, and then the one just came in out of nowhere, just nabbed it. I think, Mila, we should try it one more time, but maybe this time I'll lay down.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay,
try it.
so-
I've never done this before, Mila. Should I be nervous?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mila, you have done all 5 methods of effectively feeding the Steller's jays, including expert level, most difficult, off the forehead. How did that experience go for you?
Well, they scraped my forehead, but that was kind of fun.
Okay, let's take a look. What did they do?
They didn't do
What? I told them no poke in the eyes. I should have told them don't scrape your forehead. So, what's another fact that's very important to know before I lay down and try to attempt the feed from the forehead?
Another interesting fact is that they're omnivores, which means that they can eat plants and they can eat meat and small animals.
Okay, wait a minute. What was that last one?
Small animals.
Okay, so you're saying that we're feeding these Steller's jays from our foreheads and they're known to eat small animals?
Yes.
And are we small animals?
No.
Are you sure?
It has to be smaller than them.
Smaller than them.
Yes.
Okay, if you see a Steller's jay that's bigger than me, fly in as I'm trying to feed him. Warn me, because we're getting out of here, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'm super nervous, but I'm going to do this. The 5th and most difficult way. I've never actually
There's
done
a
this
giant
before.
behind you.
Oh boy, you had me scared. There are a bunch of crows here now. Okay, the 5th and most dangerous way, feeding from the forehead. I'm about to attempt it now.
Yep. Go.
Okay, Mila, I'm scared.
Ooh, they're getting close. Ooh. 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 No poking in the eye or the forehead.
Did it get one?
Almost.
Oh boy, I'm nervous.
Got them.
Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm glad that's over. That was scary.
They didn't scrape your forehead. That's no fair.
They didn't?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, good deal. Woo! Okay, I'm glad that's over. I don't think I'd recommend that for everyone. They're aggressive. They're quite
They
aggressive.
are.
Okay, Mila, we accomplished our goal. We have documented the 5 most effective ways of feeding the Steller's jays.
Yes, we have.
Nice work. So remember, everyone, if you like our content, subscribe. If the episodes are appealing to you, remember to hit the like button. And lastly, get notified when new episodes are released so you catch all the latest action.
Yep.
All right, one more feeding for the road. Here you go, buddy. Come on in.